My fellow Akwa Ibomites, today is the 29th birthday of a gem we all treasure and which belongs to us. A treasure which God in His bountiful mercies bestowed to us, and every generation must hold it in awe and esteem. Prove itself worthy of this divine treasure and make it better for the next generation. It is the birthday of this blessed state of ours, Akwa Ibom State. Today also marks the first anniversary of the Dakkada philosophy, an initiative of my administration, which is a call to mental reawakening, a campaign for spiritual rebirth, moral transformation, and attitudinal reorientation that will enable us purge our minds of the feelings of incapability and defeatism that before now kept us from reaching our greatest possible heights. My wife, Her Excellency, Mrs. Udom Emmanuel, and I congratulate all Akwa Ibomites at home and in the diaspora on this important milestone. We urge everyone who will join us in this celebration to remember that this precious gift was won for us by the fight of resilience, unity, love, sweat, and courage of our forebears. From when our visionary forebears first gathered at Afaoku, Uyo, in 1954, to demand for state creation, the baton of the struggle was passed from generation to generation. Even when we were overlooked in the first state creation exercise in 1967, and in the subsequent ones, their faith never flagged. Then on September 23, 1987, as a testament that dreams never die, as a proof that visionaries may die but visions never perish, an evidence that hope can only be deferred, not destroyed, Akwa Ibom State was created as Nigeria's 21st state. We should be proud that we are the heirs of such blessed dreamers, and we must continue to dream big dreams for ourselves and our dear state. It would be a disservice to the heritage and history of our state if we choose to fight over this state instead of fighting for it. We must celebrate our rise from glory to glory and recommit ourselves at this time of celebration and meditation to fighting for the ideals which brought us these gifts. Let us fight to imbibe the cherished ideals of unity, brotherhood, love, resilience, faith, prayers, and courage, and make these the building blocks of the new Akwa Ibom State. Let me use this occasion to remind those who still see Akwa Ibom State as a fragmented society of the vision of Ezekiel. God took the prophet to the potter's house, and he saw how the potter could fashion every piece of clay into beautiful vessels of honor. All of us in Akwa Ibom State, with the different tribes and ethnic groups, are like pieces of clay before our Father, the divine potter. And he's blending all of us into a jewel of unquantifiable value and glory. Every Akwa Ibom person who surrenders himself to the potter shall surely be a part of the glory of this latter house. Therefore, let every Akwa Ibomite be emotionally invested in the Akwa Ibom project and strive to make the state better for the next generation. To those who still wallow in the valley of ethnicity, divisiveness, hatred, or those who still appeal to the worst impulses in our people or exploit such fears to score political points, I urge them to forswear those tendencies and buy into the new Akwa Ibom State, which is like a city in the hill, inviting and beguiling. They should remember that our founding fathers laid the foundation of this state on the stone of unity, brotherhood, love, courage, and selflessness. And it is our duty to hold firm to those ideals. It is recorded that they were the first people to embark on community scholarship schemes in Nigeria, the first to tax themselves and build community schools without considerations of tribes and ethnicity. One of the proud monuments to their sterling character and a great lesson to this generation remains the Ibibio State College, which was built in Ekwarekpena and still stands there in honored tribute to their distinguished legacy. We came as a government to cement these ideals and ensure that the ladder of growth is steady and firm for others to climb, dream, and achieve. Unity and brotherhood are the first fundamentals of my faith and the last fundamentals of my creed. Akwa Ibom's greatness lies in its ideals of love and sacrifice defined by our founding fathers, and its future lies in the same undying ideals of love and sacrifice that we all must show. It is these ideals which drive me and give me the courage to declare that there is a lifting up where others' narrative may be that there is a casting down. It is what drives our many projects, when in other places, projects are winding down. To put it simply, to make this state a better place is an abiding article of faith, a duty which must be accomplished, and an obligation which must be discharged. To us, there is no retreat, no surrender. In the cause of making this state a better place, we have embarked on several projects, and there are more in the pipeline. Education remains free and compulsory at the basic level. And in spite of the lies a section of the media has been peddling, there are no plans to introduce school fees at this level. What this government is committed to doing is to ensure that our students receive the best education and that they possibly can get, and at the same time their parents have choices of either sending their wards to a boarding school or utilize other means to educate their children, which may be less expensive. This is purely an issue of choice. Akwa Ibom remains one of the states where citizens enjoy regular supply of electricity. At a recent power sector stakeholders meeting in Kaduna, Akwa Ibom State was singled out for the huge investment we have made in the power sector and the corresponding regularity of electricity supply. In spite of the economic challenging times we are currently going through, which have made most states unable to pay salaries of their workers, we have, through creative application of resources, ensured that our people receive their salaries on time. We have paid their 2016 annual leave allowances, just as I did last year when I cleared a 10-year backlog of pension and gratuities, an act that has seen labor leaders writing letters of appreciation. I'm usually gratified when I receive a text message like the one I got from a retired principal of a secondary school last week, who told me that she has just received our pensions and that the money came in handy to ensure that our students sit for and receive their WAEC results. We intervened and made a payment of close to 600 million naira to WAEC. And as I speak, all the results of Akwa Ibom students have been released. This was a compassionate act for which we have been applauded by parents of these words. We are making significant strides in the agricultural sector because, as I've always said, no nation develops in a sustainable manner if she cannot conquer hunger. With the investments we have made in agriculture and the Fadama project, we are hopeful that in the next few months, prices of food in Akwa Ibom State will be one of the most affordable in the nation. We have no choice because God has blessed us with good soil and a huge comparative advantage in the agri sector. Our free medical services for aged parents, children between the ages of 1 and 5, and pregnant and nursing mothers remain on course. The main plank of our campaign centered around the rapid industrialization of our state, and we are working assiduously to ensure that by the time we hand over this state at the end of our service, we shall look back and beat our chest and proclaim that we came, we dreamed, and we industrialized our state, creating opportunities and expanding the coast of our dreams. If the state of California, which is a part of the continental USA, is the 6th largest economy in the world, and where, as the saying goes, where California goes is where America goes, we too can make Akwa Ibom State a large economy in Africa with a GDP larger than some African countries. That is my dream, and that's what propels me. Work had begun at the electric metering manufacturing plant in Ona, and over 150 solid jobs would be created alongside other lower level jobs. 32 are on a technological training in China, and 10 will be sent to Italy for specialized training. We have also commenced revolutionary agricultural initiatives in coconut plantation and refinery, cocoa plantations, as well as rice production. Our intention is to ensure we feed our populace within the next few years. Let me use this opportunity to advise our people that industrialization is a process and it takes time to get everything together. We live in a federal system where the center still has to approve a number of things before full implementation of such projects can take off. We need to exercise patience and not get caught up with the quick fixes. Ours is a developmental paradigm that is as enduring as it is sustainable. We have been doing great works by utilizing our lean resources to execute a number of capital projects. So far, work is ongoing on the construction of over 250 kilometers of road, 17 bridges, and other infrastructural amenities across the state. We have commissioned the emergency intervention flood control and completion of outfalls and urban roads in Oron. We have constructed and commissioned the information drive and 6-kilometer road in Atana Fort, construction of 3.5 Udom Road with 15-meter span bridge in Ibiono local government area. Work is ongoing in the dualization of 19.7-kilometer Uyetinan Road. Work is also ongoing on the construction of a Tinan Doneyo Road with 2 bridges and a spur. Ongoing construction of 7.3-kilometer Ebekbo Ikore-Bidang Road. Ongoing construction of 5-kilometer Ikore-Bug Road with 3-meter span bridge in Pareni local government area. Ongoing construction of 5-kilometer Mpok Okat Road in Ona local government area. Ongoing dualization of Ekeribron Road. Ongoing urbanization, urban renewal projects within Eke Township. Ongoing construction of a second runway at the international airport in Akwa Ibom State. Ongoing construction of 3 collapsed bridges and internal roads in Oborokara local government area. Ongoing dualization of Oron Uyo Road. Flag off of 43-kilometer Ikoro-Okoro, Ikori-Britam, Ikoro-Fara, Ikore-Kefe Road. Commencement of the cocoa maintenance scheme and training of youths in pruning and shedding and spraying. Over 300 interministerial rural intervention projects covering schools, hospitals, electricity projects in 31 local government areas of our state. Construction of 12 kilometers underground drainage in Uyo, rehabilitation of peacock pens in Etinan, emergency intervention on gully erosion at Enenatai along Calabar-Itu Road, emergency intervention in gully erosion behind Independence Hall Abak, construction and commissioning of state secretarial annex, payment of subventions for running of primary schools and secondary schools, groundbreaking of the construction of 132/33 kV 1.3 MVA transmission substation at Ekem in Barenin, construction of gynecological wards, blocks, rehabilitation of children's ward, administrative block, and internal infrastructure at St. Luke's Hospital, Lanwa, including emergency intervention in gully erosion at School of Nursing in the same institution. In the area of youth development and empowerment, we have trained over 1,000 youths on ICT, trained over 200 on power sector, trained over 100 youths in special agric application in the nation of Israel, approved the training of 329 youths in photography and film production, employment of our youths through Akwa Ibom Enterprise and Employment Scheme, AKIS. We have also sponsored over 300 Akwa Ibom indigents with various life-threatening ailments for treatment within and outside the country. Our Dakkada philosophy has been internalized by our people, and a new attitude and a mindset of success developed. We have done the above in spite of the paucity of funds, and we can only imagine what we would have done if the economy had been much better than this. Dakkada, with about 15,861 ambassadors, has continued to enlighten Akwa Ibom people on the benefits of partnering with government. With the entrepreneurial campaign entrenched in the new philosophy, we have connected our people, and many have been inducted into the Dakkada Business Forum. The Business Forum has facilitated the initial registration of 31 Dakkada multi-purpose cooperatives across 31 local government areas of our state. With a minimum of 25 members each, the cooperatives have been engaged in cultivation of crops, rearing of livestock, and food processing, in line with our vision to reduce the cost of food in the state and minimize poverty. We declared today, 23rd September 2016, a work-free day to enable our people, particularly workers, participate in the activities of marking our 29th anniversary. As part of the anniversary, we have added new life-touching projects to the stock of our development efforts. We flagged off the construction of 3 economic important roads. These are the construction of 19.3 kilometer Anwa, Mbarishe Road, construction of Ikbe Konkun, and the construction of a 17.4 kilometer Odorikbe, Mbiaberi Corridor Road with 30 meter span bridge and over 10,000 hectares of mechanized rice plantation project. And on Wednesday, we joined the First Lady, my dear wife, in celebrating the first anniversary of our pet project, the Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Program, FEREP. Indeed, the Lord has been our help, and we are committed to bringing glory to Him and great benefits to the people of Akwa Ibom State. When the Lord was about ascending to heaven, He gave Peter a charge. 3 times He told him, feed my sheep. God did not send me to Akwa Ibom State to milk the sheep. He sent me here to feed His sheep. We came to improve the lot of everyone in Akwa Ibom State. We came to make Akwa Ibom people lie down in green pastures of agricultural prosperity. We are here to lead Akwa Ibom people beside the still waters of economic sufficiency. We are here to restore the souls of those who faint and give hope to the forlorn. We are here to ensure that you fear no evil, for our God is with us. We are here to anoint you with gladness and let your blessing overflow. As we celebrate this important milestone in the life of our state, we pay tribute to all those who govern this state before us and contribute one way or the other to making this state one of the leading states in Nigeria. We commend all those who have been a part of the success story of our state. Once again, to all Akwa Ibom men and women, youths and adults, boys and girls, we say, Happy Akwa Ibom Day. Akwa Ibom, Dakkada, God bless you all.